So your business just got paid in crypto. That's fantastic. But let's be real. Your landlord, your suppliers, your payroll, they still need cash. So how do you actually bridge that gap? Well, today, we're going to break down exactly how to turn that digital coin into real dollars sitting in your bank account.
This really is the big question, isn't it? You're out there, living in the future, taking these cutting-edge payments. But then, reality hits. The people you work with, your suppliers, your team, they probably still need good old-fashioned dollars to pay their own bills.
And that gap, the one between holding a digital asset in your crypto wallet and having actual usable cash in your bank, that's the puzzle for so many businesses right now. But here's the thing. It's a puzzle we are absolutely going to solve today.
Right, so this is the core challenge we're going to tackle head-on, the crypto to cash gap. It's basically the disconnect between holding this modern digital asset and, paying for all the stuff that keeps your business running day to day. The good news is you don't have to figure this out from scratch. There's a whole toolkit of platforms designed to do just this. So let's take a look at the most important tool you're going to need.
So the main tool in your kit is usually what's called a digital currency exchange, or some kind of specialized payment platform. The easiest way to think about it is as the on-ramp and the off-ramp between the world of crypto and the world of traditional banking. But listen, not all of these platforms are created equal. The best ones, they have a few things in common. They put everything you need in one place, it only takes a few clicks, and, this is crucial, they offer localization. A platform that's built for your country, that gets your currency, that understands the local rules, that is a total game changer, especially when it comes to navigating your taxes. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does this actually work in practice? I'm going to walk you through the 4 simple steps of a typical cash out, and I think you'll see it's surprisingly straightforward. It all boils down to these 4 steps. Really, that's the whole shebang. You just pick where the money's coming from, what you're sending, where it's going, and then you hit confirm. Let's take a closer look at each one.
First up, where is the money coming from? A lot of businesses have different crypto wallets for different things. Kind of like having separate bank accounts for sales versus, say, operational costs. This step is just about telling the system which pot of money you want to pull from. Simple as that.
Next up, what are you actually sending? Is it Bitcoin, Ethereum? Maybe it's a stablecoin, which is a type of crypto that's pegged to a currency like the US dollar. You just pick the one you want to cash out. And a really handy feature on good platforms is that they'll show you your balance in real time, which helps stop you from trying to send more than you actually have.
Okay, before we move on, we have to talk about the destination for your funds. This is called a crypto address. Just think of it like a bank account number, except instead of a few digits, it's a super long, complex string of random-looking letters and numbers. And getting this right, well, it's the most critical part of this whole thing.
And that brings us to step 3. Because of how crypto works, there's no central bank to call up and reverse a transaction. You have got to get that destination address perfect. It's not like a wire transfer where you might get it back. No do-overs. One wrong character, and those funds could be gone forever. So you copy it, you paste it carefully, you double-check it, you triple-check it. And finally, we're at step 4. Once all your details are plugged in, you're on the home stretch. You give everything one last look, and then you hit send. But what's the difference between doing that with a pit in your stomach versus feeling totally confident? Let's talk about that for a second. The difference between a clunky, frustrating experience and a really smooth one often comes down to the little things, those small, smart features that show a platform really gets what its users need. For example, the best platforms know you're probably sending your funds to a big exchange like Coinbase or Kraken to cash out. So what do? They build in quick links. It's such a small touch, but it's brilliant. It just reduces friction and prevents copy-paste errors, and that builds your confidence every time you use it. But maybe the most important feature of all is consistency. It shouldn't matter if you're sending a newer token like Solana or a stablecoin like Tether. The interface should look and feel identical. The steps, the layout, the buttons, nothing changes. Why is that so important? Because it means you learn the process one time and you literally know how to do it for every single crypto you accept. The platform doesn't care what the token is, and that consistency saves you an incredible amount of time and, frankly, mental energy. So let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? Why does getting a handle on this simple process matter so much for your business's financial future? Let's talk about the key takeaways. Here's what you really need to remember. First, the process itself is pretty standard and simple. It's just where from, what, and where to. Second, when you're choosing a platform, look for one that can handle lots of different tokens but keeps the design consistent. And third, remember the goal is just a smooth, painless trip from a digital coin to cash in your bank. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? This is all about closing the loop. You're accepting these new, futuristic payments, but you still need to fund your day-to-day operations. The right tools are what turn those abstract digital coins into real, tangible capital that you can actually use to grow your business. So this all leads to one final question for you to think about. As crypto payments become more and more common, are your financial workflows ready? Because mastering this bridge between digital assets and traditional cash, well, it's not just a technical skill anymore. It's a strategic advantage for the future.